I think the biggest takeaway from preseason this far is the importance of depth and daily competition. I think this team, we're too deep at every position at least, and that's the first time I can say that since 2013, and even then in the middle we weren't as deep as we wanted to be, and we went through a stretch with some injuries where we had to do some out of the box type of stuff there. So we've made rapid improvement because everybody's getting pushed in every drill, and it just allows us to really pinpoint some details. Our rallies are not being ended as frequently on bad errors, so we're actually able to evaluate, okay, why did that work, why didn't that work, and I think that's going to pay dividends for us all year.
I think just the amount of depth we have in every position group this season, it's arguably the most competitive this gym has ever been. So I think looking forward, just the fact that we'll be able to throw any 6 people on the floor and have a good chance to compete against other teams is something that we've definitely noticed this preseason.
Well, I think the coolest part about preseason is that day one you walk in, it's a clean slate, you're starting fresh, you have a whole new outlook. Obviously we learned from our mistakes from last year, but we're ready to apply them this year. We have 7 new freshmen that are already looking awesome, teaching them everything, teaching them the general system. So excited to see how things go this year.
We have 7 new freshmen, which means that we have a lot of depth in each position because they're already coming in at a high intensity and they're ready to embrace the role of generals volleyball. So now we have like 6 pens, 4 setters, 4 middles, and 2 DSs, which allows for a lot of depth in each position and allows coach to change up lineups and have a lot of options as far as lineups go, which makes us hard to scout. So I think that'll be new in that aspect, and that will be new, different faces. Teams will be expecting different things. But not only that, I think we'll also be sticking to the little things we know how to do, like sticking to our systems, playing generals volleyball. So although we have a lot of new, we're always sticking to the old, and I think it'll just be a great season to build off all those things and combining all those things. So
I don't know that we're necessarily going to bounce back, but we certainly want to perform better this year than we did last year. We won't necessarily use last year as a motivating tool for the overarching season or even to help us set goals, but we might reference it on time to time as a coaching staff to motivate them for a small amount of time, potentially with specific opponents and things like that. So we're just really trying to look at, we did some things well last year. We want to continue to do those things well. Obviously, when you don't perform up to the level you expect to, it identifies some areas where you need to improve. And so the coaching staff in the off-season really took a hard look at those. We made a couple of changes to some philosophical things about the way we want to play, and so far so good with those changes.
We have a lot of big goals, each building off of the one before it. Our first big goal is obviously to bring the ODAC championship back to WNL. In the meantime, we're really going to focus on giving 100% for every point and doing the little things correctly.
Our team goal in the short term is to win ODACs, but with everything we do, we're always focusing on the little things, whether that be a practice or game, whatever's on, whatever we're doing at the moment. So if that's practice, we're always working to get 1% better. If that's a game, we're just practicing our systems, playing our best volleyball, and just playing generals volleyball. So hopefully all those things, if we do them right and do them, sticking to our systems, hopefully that will build up to an ODAC championship. So looking forward to the season and looking forward to working hard.
Definitely winning an ODAC championship again. We also want to go undefeated in the ODAC this year. Another thing is last year and years before in the past, we've gotten the AVCA Academic All-Team Award, which is a 3.3 GPA or higher, so we definitely want to aim for that. And then ultimately the final goal of winning a national championship.
I'm most looking forward to seeing our hard work that we've put in the gym pay off. I'm really excited to see the individuals who have worked so hard really develop as my teammates and also our team to really be a cohesive unit.
This is my last go at it, so I'm just looking forward to each and every touch that I get in the gym this season and hopefully help this program move forward and make some history.
I'm really excited to see how we develop. This team is actually really young. We have 16 players. We have 7 freshmen and 3 sophomores. And the sophomores all have made great strides since last year. They had terrific spring seasons and have come in this fall really retaining a lot of what they learned last year. And then the freshmen, it's funny, on the first day of a preseason practice, we thought the best thing we did was our 6-on-6, and that usually doesn't happen early. Usually the people look better in controlled environments and drills, but they actually, they don't necessarily know our techniques yet or our decision-making tree, but they can compete. They can play. They have a good volleyball IQ. They understand how to attack opponents' weaknesses and play to their own strengths. So I think our growth curve could be really steep throughout the season. So I'm just really excited to see where we end up, because right now potential is, amazing, and I'm looking forward to it.